Easy to set up and use. Doesn't require electricity. Purify water from lakes, streams, ponds, and wells. This filter system leaves in beneficial minerals, which is key. Save money by not buying bottled water and avoid BPA that leaches from the plastic. ProPure is the best gravity-fed filter out there. It's what my family uses. INFOWARS.com already has the lowest price on ProPure. But if you add the promo code WATER at checkout, you get an additional 10% off at INFOWARS.com. You can also call to order 888-253-3139.
We're back on the INFOWARS Nightly News. I've laid out my analysis of the gun control motives behind the Batman massacre, the details we know about the shooter himself. But now Alex is going to give you his breakdown. I'm sure he's thought of many things that I didn't. That's coming up in just a second, but I do want to remind you, we are subscriber supported. We need your help, not only in spreading the word, but in financially backing our operation as well. You've really helped us grow. But if you're not sure what PrisonPlanet.tv is all about, you can get a 15-day free trial. You could sign up, try it out, see all the great material, and then if you can like it, you could stay with us and help support us financially while you work to get the message out. But then there's PlanetInfowars.com, which is potentially even more powerful, totally free, user-driven. You create an account and you fight the info war your way. You push articles you think are important, and you network with the people that you want to get to know, whether they're local in your area or spread out across the globe. The info war will take all of us, and this is one way you can help fight back. Now I take you to Alex's analysis of this entire Batman massacre and the agenda that lurks in the dark shadows behind it.
And welcome back to this Monday, the 23rd day of July, 2012 edition of INFOWARS Nightly News. Thank you, Aaron Dykes, for conducting the news portion. Now, this evening, I want to give you a news brief and break down some of the news that's broken since I got off the radio today, now that it's the evening. And I also want to recap some of the news that we didn't properly cover today here on INFOWARS Nightly News. Also, if you're watching us out there later on the web and would like to get this news fresh when it first is presented, and you'd like to support alternative truth-seeking media, we have a 15-day free trial running right now. It's $5.95 a month if you choose to stay members at PrisonPlanet.tv. We're not funded by taxpayer money like MSNBC that has the government steal your money and then they're giving banker bailouts on record. We're here supported by you if you believe in alternative voices out there to the corporate system shoveling horse manure on us and force-feeding us lies on a daily basis. PrisonPlanet.tv. I got a lot I want to cover here. Financial news, the latest in Syria, some drone news, obviously the whole shooting situation that just makes my mind race with all the data that points towards inside job false flag. But first off, I want to read a couple articles here that just illustrate the fact that you cannot trust the system. We trusted them far too long. They got on a very long leash, basically broke the leash, and now there's just a culture of pure corruption, pure lying, the higher up you go, not just here but worldwide. Here's an example. We reported on this at Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com a year and a half ago when Fukushima happened. We told you it exploded and ejected rods miles away. We told you that different citizen groups and professors were in the area showing the radiation was much higher than what the news was saying. People were dying of radiation sickness. The examples went on and on and on. And we were called conspiracy theorists, in fact, by major newspapers in Japan and the United States. Just type in Alex Jones fear-mongering about radiation in Fukushima. The problem is I knew the trade winds came right across the Pacific. Now we know that 3 months into this, over a year ago, they were catching, the government was testing, the big bioaccumulator fish like tuna. They were full of radiation. They put it on your plates. My wife was in Europe as a young lady, or I guess teenager, when they had the big Chernobyl event in '86. And all the schools would not let you have milk produced in Europe or any greens, carrots, you name it. It all had to be shipped in. Everything we had was frozen for at least 6 months because it was bioaccumulating. They had to get rid of all those crops. They had to, not take the milk from the cows for a while because they eat it off the ground and bioaccumulates in the milk, bioaccumulates in lettuce or spinach. This was 5 reactors blowing up, each one bigger than what happened at Chernobyl. And I had top scientists on. One of them's the top, advisor to the EU, saying, yes, this is incredible. Dr. Busby, by the way, remind me, we've got to get him back on. I'm going to write that down right now. Dr. Busby, because he's been totally vindicated about them lying about the type of radiation. So we knew with the isotopes coming out what had been shown. We knew when the Pentagon, who had ships out there, wouldn't release data. They'd flown drones over. And we knew when they were reporting lower radiation in and around Fukushima than in Tokyo, where people had their own detectors, sophisticated detectors that could give you the exact reading, we knew it was a lie. And people said, oh, man, not everything's a lie. Come on. You know what? Not everything's a lie. Come on. Well, it turned out it was a lie. And it's RT, ABC News, you name it, Fukushima contractor forced workers to fake radiation readings. They would put the radiation readers that were later given to the government, Tokyo Power and Electric, they would have them put them inside lead boxes. I mean, this just shows the craziness. Why not be honest with people about it so they can make preparations and move out of the area? They were telling schools just 12 kilometers away, don't worry about the radiation. And children on the news were dropping dead because if you're young and strong, radiation poisoning will just cause your heart to seize up, basically. There's like, never mind, and then directors and workers were collapsing and dying. It's like, no, it's not radiation. Don't be a conspiracy theorist. See, if you don't trust known certified liars that have been caught lying thousands of times, you're a bad person. Well, I'm bad man. I am bad man. Now, I've covered one article of about 50, but there you go. Don't trust these liars is the moral of the story. You can pull it up with video. Fukushima contractor forced workers to fake radiation readings. Yeah, a year after we told you, there it is. By the way, universities here reported super high radiation readings, sometimes 30, 40, 50 times higher. They just said, well, we're going to say it's safe now. Here they don't fake it. They just say, oh, we're just going to say that amount's safe now. But it wasn't prior to this. Safe now. But you said it was dangerous before. Safe now. Kind of like pre-1990, they wouldn't let the troops use DU. After 1990, they said, use it. It's a death sentence from the heavy metal effects and the particuli alone, not to mention the radiation. Oh, but that's a conspiracy theory, too. It doesn't matter. I've had the former head of the DU program who wrote the book for the Pentagon on it, Dr. Doug Rockey, probably 15 times over the years. Oh, what about this one? When the whole Penn State thing broke last year, I said Mr. Paterno definitely knew about it, Joe Paul, whatever his name was. And now even the former FBI director who did the investigation said, yeah, the entire top staff knew. Really, you think Sandusky was buggering little children with his little charity, which the word is they were supplying them to other elitists? Yeah, no kidding. Do you think that he was doing this at high noon and in the afternoon in a giant field house showers? Folks, I played football at the high school level. I mean, those things during the day are just crawling with people and at night. We're talking the middle of the day in there raping children. And Joe Paterno didn't know. And remember, oh, come on, it's not that bad. Don't talk bad about Joe Paul. I had a person in my office who's into football come up and go, I don't think he was involved. Come on. Not mom and apple pie Joe Paterno. Notice he died real quick after the scandal started. Yeah, got him out of the way. Folks, it's time to stop being naive, okay? The criminals running our society have killed thousands of our troops in lethal experiments they knew were lethal. Look up Project Shad and other programs. You don't get into this club unless you're into manipulating and killing people. Grow up. So now they've taken Joe Paterno's statue down. Oh, I was right again. And again, it's not hard to be right. When you've got reactors blowing up with mushroom clouds and we blow up the video and you can see spent fuel rods and we look up that design of General Electric reactor and oh, there's the casing, there's the rods. I went on air the day after it happened. I had a top physicist on. I said, Dr. Bowman, former head of Air Force, Star Wars program, a nuclear physicist. I said, you've seen the videos. We sent it to him. Does that look like spent fuel rods ejecting? He goes, yes, it does appear to be of the General Electric Max Core, design, plutonium, uranium. Look, it's not that I'm smart. I want to investigate things, and so I get experts on. I do research, real brain-tingling research, okay? The point of mental exhaustion. And we were right about that, okay? We do our homework. Just understand this isn't a game. This isn't a joke. Michael Chertoff, Janet Napolitano's husband. I mean, what a pair. That's a joke, folks. Chertoff suggests pre-crime solution to mass shootings. Oh, right when the TSA on the streets being rolled out, right when the new white Al-Qaeda is being introduced, right with all the PSAs about bombings and shopping malls and public places and all this rollout. He says we need to see something, say something, spies on the ground, and to track everybody and have the NSA watching everyone, which they're already doing. They now admit, yeah, we listen to everything you do. It's illegal. So what? We have the weapons. By the way, it'll keep you safe from mass shooters who were in secret Department of Defense brain interface programs like the Ronald McDonald killer. We're all told he's a killer. Seen the first time today, literally looking like a mind control subject out of Central Casting. Sorry, let me get into the NSA. Here's Steve Watson's article. He has links to it in Wired Magazine and a bunch of other mainline publications. The NSA has now admitted in court they listen to all and track all real-time communications with keyword software. Feds admit NSA spying violated Fourth Amendment, released a letter Friday to avoid media scrutiny. Like we need them who've told us they're not spying on us with giant, huge command bases everywhere, with hubs built into all the telecommunications systems, with dozens of whistleblowers coming out at the highest level saying they spy on everything in real time. Like we needed you to admit it. Oh, I thought none of this was true. I thought I was a liar. They don't do that in America. But now they're saying, hey, we need to stop the Ronald McDonald killer. He's so scary. Here's another one. ATF boss threatens whistleblowers. We've been covering that. Just telling them, Director Todd Jones, telling people